I was totally wrong about Hangar 13, and I am so happy about it. There is a new Mafia Definitive Edition update that came out today, and it is totally awesome, and it proves that I was wrong in what I said in my last video about Hangar 13 updating the game and what they would add to it, and it's awesome. And honestly, it makes me so hyped, because if they're going to add updates like this to the game, it's going to increase the life cycle of it, it's going to please the fans, and it's going to make the game and its free ride way more enjoyable and fun for longer. And honestly, this could be a great little test drive for Hangar 13 for like Mafia 4, right? I mean, if they add some stuff here that they can maybe test and play around with, and then they can add it in Mafia 4. But if you go on to enjoy this video, you're happy about the updates, and you can't wait to see more like it, drop a like on this video, and let's get right into this awesome update. The first thing they added that is totally dope is this Noir Mode. So if you want to play a black and white Mafia experience, whether it's in free ride or whether maybe it's experiencing the cutscenes like this, you can do it. And first things first, the fact that they went in and changed something like this so small, but that makes a big difference in expanding the experience, is totally dope. But yeah, if you want to play the game black and white, which honestly, the cutscenes and stuff like this, it's awesome. I love it. Go right ahead. And then backpacking off of that, you can also turn off the HUD now. Now, this is something that Mafia fans have been asking ever since we all saw No Trip to the Country gameplay reveal, and there was like that huge HUD. We wanted the option to turn it off, and now you can. So it's a more authentic, kind of realistic, and yeah, authentic Mafia experience. That's the best way to describe it. I know I just said it twice, but it is, and it makes it honestly even more awesome, especially if you want to play on like classic difficulty or something like that. This is the way to go. You can go and turn off the HUD and make it like you're a real Mafia mobster for Salieri's gang. Up next, they added races to free ride mode. Yeah, this is big stuff that they went in and altered. So yeah, if you go into free ride mode now, you can go down to the Autodrome and you can actually do races, and they're very Mario Kart-esque, and they're awesome, and honestly they have a ton of replay value. They're super fun to go and do. And yeah, if you get down to the Autodrome, you can use whatever car you want or motorcycle, and you can go have some races. It kind of reminds me of Demolition Derby a little bit in Saints Row 2, and they're so great to go partake in. And again, this isn't a small thing to add to an update. This is a really big thing in free ride, which gets my hopes up that they might be in line to add more big stuff to free ride in the future, which is just awesome to think about. That maybe what the fans say, what the community says to them that they want in free ride, maybe Hangar 13 will do it to keep the community playing the game longer. Up next, taxi missions. Yes, taxi missions have returned to free ride mode. This is something that I saw ad nauseum. I saw it everywhere in the comments in my fun things to do in Mafia Definitive Edition video, and honestly, I kind of brushed it off like, oh no, they're not going to add that in, they're not going to add that in, they're not going to add that in. And guess what? They added it in, and it's totally dope. Again, this is no small feat, the fact that they do this. So basically, if you hop in a taxi and you just kind of drive around, for me, it took me about 15 seconds. Somebody will hail you down and want a cab ride. And I know it's a little kind of boring thing, but it just shows that these developers are listening to the fans and what we want. And they teased us a little bit with like a whole little joke about a fare, like a cab fare. And I got even more hyped for a second. I thought they were adding like the tram and the train ride, so we could ride the train or the tram again. Maybe that's something that'll come in the future. Who knows at this point, man? They could add almost anything now at this point. So yeah, that's totally awesome. And yeah, you can actually go be a taxi driver now, just like in the original. Hangar 13 also vaguely mentioned that there was some more free ride content added. They might have just been hinting at the taxi minigame, but there also could be more stuff. So if you guys find anything new also in free ride from this update, let me know, because that's awesome. And honestly, I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they added in some little goodies in free ride that people haven't just found yet. Finally, they also had some bug fixes to a few different missions and cutscenes within the game. You guys can go look at the official patch notes to know exactly what those are, if those problems were happening to you. But they didn't just add just a cool little update, there's also some bug fixes in there, as was expected. See, this is the kind of stuff that I thought it was going to be. Whenever I heard Mafia Definitive Edition update, I was like, okay, is it going to be a couple boring bug fixes? But no. They went in and they actually changed the game here, and it's awesome. And because of that, I've gotten real hyped, and I want to talk about some things that I want to see in some future updates that maybe Hangar 13 would add to keep the free ride mode nice and spicy. Number one, enemy gangs. If we could go out and fight Morello's gang on the street or just any rival gangs, that would be awesome. Right now, the only ones that'll fight back are the cops. The pedestrians, you hit them once, if you even blow on them, they'll run away. So it'd be nice to have some enemy gangs. You can have some shootouts, maybe some gang hideouts, stuff like that. Out in the countryside even. That would be so dope if we could do that. That would be absolutely awesome. Up next, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I want to be able to ride the tram and the train. And I mean, this one's a stretch, but if we could drive the tram or the train, like hijack it, kind of like robbing it like you could in Red Dead Redemption 2 with the train, that would be awesome. But I'm not getting my hopes up for that. I don't know about that one, but honestly, who knows at this point with these developers. They're so awesome listening to the fans. I'd also love to see some more things to do, maybe activities or mini games out in the countryside, because right now the countryside is pretty bare and boring. And I mean, it took a lot of effort for these developers to go out and include the countryside, so they might as well make some stuff to do in there and give the player some more things to explore and do out there, other than just like look at some trees and go to the airport or whatever. So I would love if they could add some more activities and stuff out in the countryside. This is probably something more like for a DLC, like you guys saw me mention in my last video, but I'd love a new location. That would be incredible, and I know that's a bit of a stretch once again for free content that they would add by update, but a DLC with a new location, with new pedestrians, new activities, new places to explore would be absolutely sick. And you know what? I'm really falling in love with this game. I mean, I'm a big Saints Row guy. You guys know me, but I mean, I picked this thing up for 40 bucks. I said, you know what? I'll give it a shot, make a few videos about it, but I'm really falling in love with the Mafia franchise, and I'm loving it. It's amazing. I want to make more videos about this game, as long as with other games like Watch Dogs Legion. I'm hearing some really good things about Watch Dogs Legion. I cannot wait for that game. And of course, I'll keep making some Saints Row stuff, but yeah, Mafia, you're catching my heart a little bit here. I'm liking it. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys, today. What do you guys think of these new updates, and what do you guys want to see added by update to Mafia Definitive Edition? Let me know in the comments below, because you guys were right. A lot of you guys, I was dead wrong, but you guys were right about this. So let me know what you guys would like to see. If it's your first time, leave a like on this video and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. I will see you guys next time.